But why did they go to the catapult?
I think they're memeing.
Oh no.
As they tend to have been. Miposhka shows bottom and gets teleported on by TA, and then dies, and then TA just teleports out. The next target, but now Nisha.
They are on him. They've got him in the arena. Yatoro, has he got enough damage to kill Nisha off? Nisha turns. Nisha's going to go down or not? The refraction! He's still alive! He's able to make it away with a blink. Nisha doesn't die. He's out. Back to safety. Yellow Submarine. They'll lose a few more casualties again.
Scepter.
Incoming! Oh, Yapso misses the hook shot.
It's Mercy.
Tips are coming out. Maybe this is what breaks Secret. Probably isn't, but maybe. 40 seconds until Mio's back in with the RP.
They're just trying to make it longer than last game, right?
I mean, and they're nearly succeeding. I think it was 22 minutes and 50 seconds, I want to say, game on was, so...
They're going to do it, I think. They're going to make it longer than the last game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
See what they can do here. Yellow Submarine. 10 seconds until the last hold. They're losing a second set of racks here to Secret.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
It's the bottom racks left up. Secret sweeping over. Mio, TP's in on the front. He's got to be a little careful. They need this Magnus to make some incredible play. And he's going to try. They're smoking up.
Well, he's got a minus, though.
Oh, use the Midas. Doesn't break the smoke. Go and use it. Go use the Midas.
Leave him alone. Okay, they have to. Okay, so they're going to try to skewer into the tower sphere, right?
Come on. Let's see what they've got.
They're trying to get the big plays here.
There you go. Midas usage. Collapse with the bait. Secret aren't falling for it.
The Tombstone, everyone's seeing the vision. That massive vision it provides into the base.
Oh, here we go. Yapso's in straight away onto Yatoro. Yatoro's dead, but Yatoro's got buyback. Buys back immediately. Mio tries to skewer back to safety. The arena's down. Silence there from Matu straight away onto Collapse. Matu turns over towards Yatoro. Yatoro, he bought back for this and he's dead. Pumping into position. Nisha diving over towards the fountain. Rapusha's got it over down. Collapse as well. Mio RP's the ground out of frustration. Secret's in. They're trying to kill him off. And the GG is going to be called as... Oh, the skewer! Oh, it's the comeback of a century! Mio!
He's doing it!
Cancel the GG! Cancel the GG!
How many levels did he get?
Did they actually cancel the GG?
9.5k XE.
No, they didn't. On top of the silencer, on top of the Arc Warden.
Yeah, and also I like this lane infinitely better on the side of Viking. The Mirana plus Slardar, it's not bad, but I think this just, it changes the entirety of it, because now Slardar has a gap closer built into the lane. So now this silencer, you know, Arc Warden was protected before, but a cookie might be able to get him to just close that gap on that slow silencer.
Well, and what about sort of the other heroes we have here from Viking? I mean, this time round, Boom coming in on the mid lane with this Shadow Fiend. Does this look like a game where Boom's going to be able to have an easier time to have an impact as maybe he did, you know, in that last game, falling a little bit behind on the Invoker?
It definitely does feel like it, because I think one of the things that Shadow Fiend doesn't like playing for so much is these heroes that get on top of him. There's not like so many of them. There's the Tusk and the Tree and the Bat. These are like the slightly annoying ones, but it's not like this overwhelming of just constantly getting on him, like a Clockwork and stuff like that. And I've seen him play it before. He's quite strong on it, and they really like it when they have this full minus armor strat, which they have in this game, right? Not only do they have the Snapfire, the little Shredder, minus 6 armor, Slardar, Corrosive Haze, Bugs, Presence of the Dark Lord. There's a lot of things that can kick in, and OG's draft is fairly squishy, so that could be something that really rips them apart.
Yeah, we'll see sort of how potent it ends up being. Because, I mean, again, they do have No-Tail once more on the Treant. We saw last time how much the living armor really did help offset that. But you're right, this time Viking taking it to another level, the minus armor. So we'll see if the living armor is going to be enough to save people this time.
Yeah, another thing is, like, the reason they really picked the Tree is because he just molly whops the Slardar in the laning phase, too. It's the double kind of benefit of the hero pick. So yeah, we're expecting Toby to have a pretty rough time down bottom as well. We're still going to watch to see what Aramis can do to change that up. Mid, I feel like Boom should be pretty okay in this matchup. Should just farm pretty fine. I think Thompson also should just farm fine here too, though. Maybe get a little bit behind the Shadow Fiend, just slightly, but...
Yeah, we'll see Boom getting those mangoes out and just continuing to shove the wave back. If anything, yeah, just have to rely on the raises. You know, Thompson might start getting aggressive on Boom if he's able to catch Boom away from the wave.
Yeah.
Especially when he starts to go sort of between the lane and between the camp. Has to be careful for wards around that mid lane. And then Thompson, Shad obviously playing the Weaver. I mean, how do you sort of see Weaver as a carry in this patch and at this moment in Dota? Is this a hero that can really, you know, what does it offer in the position 1?
I think he can be fine. Yeah, he's super elusive, and when you're playing versus limited lockdown, he can just mess with stuff a lot. And he is playing versus some limited lockdown, so I think he could have a pretty good time. However, also Silencer is very good versus him because Arcane Curse in the mid game is horrible. You can't really use Shikuchi to move around inside of the fights.
Yeah, that's very true. And then most of the time on a Weaver, right, you don't really get Manta or BKB early. It's all these other items if you're just going straight for the damage or the Dragon Lance, Hurricane Pike. So, yeah, definitely something Shad's going to have to be careful of. And if he does sort of go down the defensive route, maybe more likely to be the Lincolns against that lasso lockdown. We'll see what sort of build he goes for. And in this game as well, I imagine this time because they don't have a Spectre, Viking, they have to kind of play it a little faster. Are you really going to be happy going late in this game if your Vikings lineup?
I would prefer they play fast. I think they still can because of how overwhelming the minus armor really is.
Yeah.
But